Here we are at the Orlando International Speedway in Orlando, Florida, for the running of the 3M200 night race, where we're going to be turning right here at the Super Speedway. On pole, we have the 44 of Oscar Isaac, 2's outside is the 58 Timothy Heath. In third, we have Trey Rainey, fourth is Cortez Newman, running out the top five, we got Ethan Lynn. Then sixth, you have Carter Friesen, seventh is Jose Fernandez, eighth Jonathan Buford, ninth Danny Bryant, running out the top 10, third in points Jason Larker. The rest of the field goes Cole Luigi and then Evan Hunter, along with Jake West and then Luke Rainey, Jonathan Rains and John Gambit, and then DJ Reed and Colton Yo, Greg Lee and Michael Canto, Julius Anderson, Alexander Cornish, Alexander Rowe and then Laura Delano, Ryan Brommer and Tim Randolph, Steve Morgan and Cynthia Bright, then Derek Campbell and Isaac Nichols, Max Harrison, your points leader, JJ Reed, starting towards the back of the field, and then running out the field in 33rd, you got Steve Larker in the 94. So that's your 33-car field here at Orlando. Let's now go down trackside for the command. As you saw there, the 20 of Ethan Lynn did not get going. So he's going to have to surrender. I believe it was going to be a 5th place starting spot. Now he's not even going to take the green flag. Let's hope these guys can get caught up here. Jose Fernandez and the others, they have to get hurrying up here. So these guys are going about, I say, 80 miles an hour. Those guys have to get up to speed or else they might not go green this time by. So it's a long track, turning right instead of left here around this oval. 11 laps, so it's a fairly short race here this afternoon as they come down the front straightaway after turn 4. Hope they get caught up soon. Here they come. Pace car, going to make the left-hand turn to pit road. Let's hope these guys keep from wrecking. I don't know why Danny Bright's getting up there 3 wide. He has to get back down line or else he's going to start 3 wide, and that might be a black flag. As they come down the front straightaway. Oscar Isaac leading the field to the green flag. It is out. We're racing here at Orlando. As they come off turn 2, Trey Rainey went 3 wide to the bottom. He made it stick. He's going to clear as they come down the backstretch. Jose Fernandez in the 17 is coming. He has a push from Evan Hunter as they come down this long back straightaway. Pack's going to start accordioning together here as they enter turn 3. Trey Rainey trying to get down to that middle lane. Can't do. He's going to stay up top. Jose Fernandez is going to clear for the race lead. Evan Hunter's going to be behind him in second. As they come off turn 4, who leads lap number 1? Hunter pushes Hernandez high. Off of turn number 4 they come. It's going to be a drag race. Here comes Jake West to the bottom, 3 wide. To the stripe they will come, and it's going to be Jose Fernandez lead lap number 1 on the outside lane. But Jake West has the far inside. He's going to be looking for the race lead as they will hit turn 1. You can see they're already spreading out 3 and 4 wide back in the pack. We've even seen 5 wide work here in the past, so that'll be something to look out for. So they're 4 wide back there. Laura Delano made a lane on the bottom lane. Jake West clears for the race. Here comes Michael Canto in the 09. Colton Yo is there in the 00 as well. Racing down the back straightaway. First time at full song. Canto with a run. He's going to get beside Jake West, possibly as they hit turn 3. He does. And Colton Yo's coming in that 00 car. Here they come off of turn number 4. Who's going to lead this time by? Canto's going to get shoved high. Here comes Colton Yo to the bottom. Yo as they're driving up with Alexander Cornish behind him. Now Cornish is going to make a move 3 wide to the bottom lane. I believe Colton Yo might have led that lap actually. No, Michael Canto down the outside. Great job there by the 09 car to get the draft and get to the lead at the stripe. Yo tried as hard as he can. He just couldn't get it done. So Alexander Cornish clears. He has DJ Reed behind him. Laura Delano's coming up to the front of the 02 car. Derek Campbell's also there in the inside lane. They're shuffling down the back straightaway. You see how wide they're getting down the backstretch. Cars using all the way up against the wall, all the way down to the double yellow line. A lot of different ways to go here down the straightaways and even in the corners. Oh, they're wrecking back in the pack! Oscar Isaac, your pole sitter. Trey Rainey, Luke Rainey, Carter Friesen. Isaac gets hit hard. And they're stacking up. Ryan Brommer involved. Julius Anderson, Carter Friesen, Steve Morgan, and some others. Racing back hard here. Trying to get back to the lead. To the stripe they come. It's going to be Laura Delano at the stripe to lead them back to the caution flag. And the big one happens. Up in 3, Cynthia Bright involved. To Oscar Isaac, your pole sitter, also involved. Let's see what happened. Racing off into turn 3. I think it got just a little bit close. A little bit 5 wide maybe back there. Look at Danny Bright, Jose Fernandez, and Trey Rainey. I believe Bright kind of pushed up into the 17 car. There's a lot more room he could have gotten, and Isaac gets spun up into Jake West. Hard hit there, especially with Trey Rainey. Brommer, Timothy Heath with damage. Some cars are able to escape through. Steve Morgan, Carter Friesen, Jonathan Buford, Luke Rainey gets mashed around. Cynthia Bright has nowhere to go. Max Anderson, Trey Rainey, Tim Randolph all get some heavy damage. Look at this in real time. There were some hard hits in that, especially with Isaac, Trey Rainey, Jake West. It's a pretty nasty crash. Yeah, Brommer got hit pretty hard as well. Let's go on board with Oscar Isaac, see what he saw in all this. Yeah, what he saw was no good. So back to the line. First it was Laura Delano in the O2. She got a big push from behind her. They will, of course, stay out, hopefully, and it will be the O2 car to lead us back to the green flag. The field pace turn 3 to take the green flag with 4 laps of racing to go, so it's going to be a late race restart. Steve Morgan has retired from the race. Ethan Lynn is 2 laps down. Remember, he didn't get going at the beginning of the race. So there's 31 cars that have a shot to win. Laura Delano is out front of the O2 car. In second, you have DJ Reed. Third is Derek Hamill. Fourth, Alexander Cornish. Fifth, Evan Hunter. 6th is Colton Yo, 7th is Jason Larker, 8th Michael Canto, 9th John Gammett, 10th is JJ Reed. And under caution, we had issues with the 5th place car, Ko Luigi. He was set to restart in the 5th position. He pulled low on pace laps, actually slowed drastically. Came down pit road with some sort of issue, so let's see if he can get up to Speedway. His start behind all the damaged cars. So restart here, 4 laps to go at Orlando. They come down the front straightaway, green flag back in the air. Delano gets a pretty good jump there, but the draft will definitely propel them together. Sarah moves being made to the high side. Hunter went up high, possibly thinking that might be the right lane to go on the restart. I would like to stay right down on that double yellow line on restart. You're not up to full speed yet. The inside lane's definitely going to be better. Colton Yule saw that. He's going to get by 2 cars right there. He might get to 4th here. Here comes DJ Reed for the race. He got a big run in the draft. Side by side as they come down the back straightaway. Some cars getting held up with the damaged cars. Here comes Michael Canto, 3 wide to the bottom lane. Showing some muscle. DJ Reed's going to clear. Colton Yo's coming in the 00. Laura Delano's there in the outside lane. So we got all these 0 whatever cars. 00, 06, 02, all at the front of this field. They come up into the front straightaway, into the tri-oval. Yo makes a move for the race lead. To the stripe they will come. Just 3 laps of racing to go now. We've got side by side the front 4 cars. Then there's 3 wide further back. Michael Canto trying to come with a push. Cortez Newman is coming the 1 car. They're 4 wide further back. Canto with a big run on Colton Yo. He's going to be looking to the inside of turn number 2. How about Timothy Heath? That number 58. He's at the tail end of this pack. He has some damage, and he's able to stay with the pack because of the draft. Cortez even looked to make a move to the middle lane. Canto blocks that off. Steve Larker started in the 33rd and final position. He's up inside the top 10 now. He could be battling for the win towards the end of this deal. Michael Canto's going to clear off of turn number 4, but here comes Cortez Newman with a run. He's going to look to the inside now. I believe that's the 69 car, John Gammett, that's behind him. Yeah, it's the 69. To the stripe, they come side by side with 2 laps of racing to go. Cortez Newman led that lap, but it wasn't by much. Is that going to be a finish that we're going to see side by side to the stripe, possibly? Oh, Colton Yo and DJ Reed blocking. Reed tried to make a move to the outside. Yo blocks that. And they're both going to lose their momentum. Here comes John Gammett, almost spins it to try and get underneath Cortez Newman. He's going for the race lead down the backstretch. Steve Larker pulls high, trying to give the draft to the 1 car. Coming to the white flag this time if they make it without crashing. Jose Fernandez is behind the 69 car. Does he make a move? Isaac Nichols and the 15 car is also there as they go into turn 3. Off of turn number 4, they're going to make it to the white flag without crashing. The race will be official and will end it to the checkered flag under the green flag. Jose Fernandez with the run as they come down the front straightaway. White flag. One more time around Orlando. They're side by side, 3 wide. White flag one more time for John Gambit. But he has Jose Fernandez to his inside. Who gets the drafting help to go in victory lane? Fernandez pushes Gambit up just a little bit. He's going to clear as they come off turn number 2. To the apron went the 28 car. Jonathan Rains, he was able to control the car. He might be going for the race lead as they come off turn number 2. He has a huge run from Danny Bright. Down the back straightaway. Look at the run for Jonathan Rains. But does Danny Bright have a run onto that 28 car? Here they are. They're going to enter turn 3 for the final time here tonight. The whole pack has a shot. 2 teammates going to the bottom lane. Danny Bright trying to stay clear. He's trying to hit 3 and 4. They're crashing in the back. Big wreck. The leaders involved as they go into turn 3. The caution has come out. They're racing back to the stripe for the win. Jonathan Rains has cleared Danny Bright. Here comes Bright trying to make a run. He's not going to have it. Can he make one final move? I don't believe he will as they come off of turn number 4 to the front straightaway. Jonathan Rains wins the 3M200 Orlando over Danny Bright and others as they crashed on the last lap. Cortez Newman, one of them that went around. Steve Larker involved. Some other cars possibly involved. Let's check out what happened. Crash on the last lap, entering turn 3. You can see everyone rubbing up against each other. It's the final lap. You have to do anything you can to win. Larker and Evan Hunter rub. Hunter could have been just a little bit lower. Cortez Newman gets involved along with Steve Larker. Hunter sideways. I believe he might have been able to save it. Michael Canto goes up and gets into the wall along with those 3. It's a 3-car spinning collision. Caution comes out for some of these guys back here, including like the 10 and the 2 car, just to make sure they don't fly in and hit some of these guys. Look at this in real time. We'll try and see from a different angle. Look at Evan Hunter save, and look at Colton Yo and Laura Delano. Yo body slams Yo to Delano to get out of the way, and it possibly saved both of their cars. If Yo runs into that wreck, Laura Delano is possibly involved. So great job there by the 00. Heads up driving there to be able to avoid that and keep some other cars intact. And Jonathan Rains led the field back to the stripe and to the checkered flag. He wins it. Let's check the finishing results. Here are the finishing results from the 3M200 Orlando. There were 2 caution flags for 4 laps and 6 lead changes among 7 different drivers. Jonathan Rains led the last lap, but he gets to victory lane over Danny Bright, who ends up 2nd. Jose Fernandez ends up 3rd. Isaac Nichols in 4th. And JJ Reed, your points leader, ends up 5th. He extends his points lead. In 6th, you have Alexander Cornish. John Gambit ends up 7th. Colton Yo 8th. Laura Delano 9th. And the guy who led the most laps, Delano, ends up 9th. And running up the top 10, you got Derek Hamill. So there's your top 20. See down here some cars that were kind of involved. Evan Hunter was sideways. He was able to save the car and end up 14th. Some of these cars that were kind of off pace are Carter Friesen, Michael Canto, Co Luigi. They were kind of off pace. Luigi kind of just got caught back there because of the whole pitting issue. Your pole sitter, Oscar Isaac, involved in the first crash. He was one of the first to go around. He ends up 29th, not the night he was looking for. Let's now go look at the point standings. We're halfway through the season, and here are the point standings. JJ Reed with a 111-point lead over Alexander Rowe, who is now 2nd in points. Isaac Nichols is 3rd, so 2 teammates 1st and 3rd right now. Jason Larker in 4th, and you got Laura Delano in 5th. Danny Bright is 6th. 7th is Tim Randolph. 8th is Greg Lee. Jose Fernandez in 9th, and running up the top 10, you got Ryan Brommer. So there's your top 20 in the points. As we mentioned, the 2 team cars, the 35 and the 15, are 1-3. The other team car is in 20th position. That's Ethan Lynn. So disappointing season for him, especially once he sees that his 2 fellow teammates are up there in the top 3 in points. And we look down at the rest of the points field. Some of these guys down here not having the seasons they want. John Gambit, Steve Larker, Steve Morgan, Oscar Isaac, Cynthia Bright. Bright was actually up there in the top 5 in points, but a string of horrible races has relegated her all the way down to 29th in points. Not what she's wanting this season. So the next race will be the KFC 200 at Kentucky. See you guys then.